What is up, guys? Randomonium here. We're going to be doing day 5 of the 2016 World Championships. These are all going to be Group A matches that we're doing. This match is going to be Albus Nox Luna versus CLG. We're going to be watching it at 1.5 times speed. And the way I'm going to do this with all these group matches is kind of going to be a choose your own adventure. So depending on who wins certain matches, I will cast other games. So for this one, Albus Nox versus CLG, this is a must win in my mind for CLG because Albus Nox Luna beat them last time. So if CLG can't go 1-1 against Albus Nox, that basically means the CLG's out, unless some type of really weird thing happens. So this really is a must-win for them. So if CLG wins, I'll continue to cover CLG, but if Albus Nox wins, then I'm going to be covering Albus Nox, because they've got a very interesting story, and if they beat CLG, they're probably going to make it out of the group stage. So this is an incredibly important match. Also, additionally, this is kind of a heads up. If you guys like these kind of videos, and you want me to do a video of one of your gameplays that's similar to this, I am willing to do that for people. Like I am willing to review one of your replays, give you my assessment. I focus mainly more on like macro strategies. I'm not big onto micro mechanics and things like that. I focus on map movements, how you play out the lane, when you push, when you freeze, things like that. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment. You can also find me on lol-coaching.com. But for bans, we've got Caitlyn, Olaf, Aurelion Sol. That makes perfect sense. For Albus Nox Luna, banning those 3 champions. Xmithy was great on Olaf. Huhi was great on Aurelion Sol. And then Stixay has been very strong on the Caitlyn as well. And then on the CLG side, they banned out the Brand, the Anivia, and the Nidalee. That also makes perfect sense. Banning out Lakrit's Brand, Kira's Anivia, because they're both Brand and Anivia mains. And then the Nidalee makes sense also for PvP Steos. Alright, so as far as the picks are concerned, first pick was Sivir. That's a very interesting first pick. I don't think anybody has prioritized Sivir that highly in this tournament so far. So that's very curious. CLG responds with the Jace and the Elise. That's also very strange. I don't know if I necessarily like that. I would have preferred to have seen Darshan on a tankier champion, like a Gnar or something like that, or maybe even one of those power picks like a Kennen or Rumble. But Jace is just strange. They're going for this poke comp, which is exactly what you don't want when you see a Sivir first pick. So that's odd. That Jace pick is really odd. And then Albus Nox Luna went for the Graves Poppy. Okay, that makes a lot of sense for Albus Nox Luna. And then CLG went for the Karma and the Lucian, which I'm fine with because you can flex the Karma based off of their last picks. And then the last picks for Albus Nox Luna were the Victor and the Bard, which works really well. You get a ton of wave clear. You've got some engage with a Sivir. And then you've got the Bard to set up plays. And then the last pick for CLG was the Nami, which actually is a very good last pick because it provides some disengage from the Sivir. I think that Albus Nox Luna actually got the better of this draft, mainly because of the Jace. I really hate the Jace pick for CLG. I feel like after that Sivir first pick, you don't go Jace. Absolutely not, because you know they're going for some type of engage comp. You want to go for somebody who can stop the engage or punish the engage, like a Kennen or a Rumble or a Gnar. I mean, any one of those would have been fantastic, but this Jace pick is incredibly high risk. So we'll see how it works out. We'll see if I'm right, but yeah. Okay, who he sniffs that out? That's good. The other thing is that CLG is kind of one-dimensional in the sense that their two biggest damage dealers are going to be the Lucian and the Jace. So they've got two major AD threats. The Elise is not going to do as much damage in the late game. The Karma's not going to do that much damage in the late game. And the Nami isn't going to do that much damage in the late game. So you're kind of making it very easy for Smurf on his Poppy to itemize only for armor. And he's going to be completely huge. Because he's going to be faster than everyone else, especially with the Sivir ult. And it's going to be very hard for Jace and Lucian to kill him. As far as the match clips are concerned, Jace versus Poppy, I think that definitely favors the Jace early on, but late game, it's going to favor the Poppy. So early mid game, it favors Jace. Late game, it favors Poppy once she gets tanky enough that nobody can burst her out. So basically, Smurf just wants to survive as long as he can, and then he will outscale. Mid lane, the Victor versus the Karma. It's a very similar situation where the Victor will outscale the Karma. So all Victor has to do is just farm, play safe, and he will outscale the Karma. He'll be able to push waves faster than the Karma, and there's not much she can do. And then the final lane with the Sivir and the Bard versus Lucian Nami. Um, that's another lane where the Sivir will outscale the Lucian. The Lucian will have the advantage in the early game, but the Sivir will outscale. So you've got three lanes that are all going to outscale CLG. So CLG has to have a very early game advantage. So Xmithy on the Elise, he needs to have an impact early, or it's going to be very hard for CLG to maintain their lead past like the 30-minute mark. I do not understand that play at all. You just walk into lane and expect for a gank to work. You're not going to get the tower. You're not going to push them off the tower. So that was really weird. I don't know why Smithy showed. If anything, he should be coming around that lane brush, waiting in that lane brush for the Graves to show, and then if the Graves shows, then you have a 2-on-2 that you can possibly win. As far as mid lane is concerned, he's actually losing it right now. He's already down 5 CS. He teleports back into lane. This will actually be really good because it's going to force the Victor to back. And then he should be able to push the lane out. So yeah, actually the Graves is being smart. He's coming to mid lane to push out mid lane, so that way Victor won't miss as much farm. But if he's smart, he'll push this wave as hard as he can and force Victor to lose some farm. As far as the bot lane is concerned, you know that the Graves probably just backed, so you could make a play towards bot lane. But Darshan doesn't have TP. So Darshan doesn't have TP. Neither does Poppy. I don't like this. This has not been good. I mean, everybody's already level 6, and the Elise hasn't had any impact in the game. The Graves will... This is exactly what CLG doesn't want, because it favors Albus Nox Luna. The longer this game goes on without there any major fights, they need to start trying to push objectives, especially like Dragon. I think they could try and get a Dragon fight where they're stronger right now if they have some clever back timings. So Victor gets the blue. Elise gets a little bit of a counter jungle. Afro out to flash. That's not good at all. Yeah, CLG needs to reset right now. Yep. It's just way too much of an overstay. CLG needs to reset, and then they need to go for a play. They weren't going to lose much if they reset there, because the wave was pushed up. So yeah, that's a big deal, because if CLG doesn't get that early lead, Albus Nox Luna will outscale them. I actually really don't understand the draft phase for CLG. And he teleports back in the lane and has to immediately blow his flash, because of course the Victor's going to put down the gravity field. Yeah, there's a lot of mistakes from CLG so far. This is not good. That's good. That's some really good poke. This Elise pick has not been effective at all. This counter gank should work. Oh no! He missed his empowered Q. What the hell is going on? And they let Bard roam mid lane and they don't even push in the wave. They don't even punish them at all. Like, the Bard's not there. Just push in the wave, get the tower, trade something. And then Aftermoo goes for his ultimate and it just gets fucking spell shielded. Yeah, this is horrible for CLG because they're behind and they're up against a comp that outscales them. What the hell was that? They're trying to force these plays way too much. They don't. They look. They look like they're not in their game. They look like they're confused. Yeah. What the heck is this? He's gonna get stunned though. Okay, I mean they commit the teleport though for that, so they're gonna lose a lot of pressure in top lane. They're not gonna get the dragon, and bot lane's pushing against them. That wasn't a great play. I mean, they got a 2-for-1. Yeah, he flashed way too late. And that's a misplay there by Darshan. He walked right through the gravity field and got stunned. And they still haven't tried to force a dragon play yet. Like, they're just letting Albus Nox Luna just farm up, play nice and slow and controlled. You need to force Albus Nox to fight you, to check into you. Yeah, so now they lost the Ocean Drake. And Afro's caught. Okay. Flash, okay. Yeah, that's probably going to be first tower because Afro got caught out like that. See, now the scaling is starting to come into play, right? We've hit level 11 on a lot of the different lanes, and time might be running out for CLG with this comp. And unfortunately, Xmithy, who just played fantastic in the first week, has just been not effective at all this entire game. He hasn't created any type of pressure whatsoever, and he needed to. This was like he had to create pressure, especially on an Elise pick. At least you have to create pressure in the early game. You have to get that level 3 gank off. And it's almost 20 minutes into the game, and he's been involved in one kill. And Hui might be dead. Nope. Alright, you got a rotation. That's good, at least. But at least showed, so you can see Graves is coming into red side jungle, and he's just got complete vision control now because they saw Elise was walking back towards bot side. So it looks like Albus Nox is going for Rift Herald, which is going to allow Poppy to win that lane, possibly even harder. Yeah, this is really bad. This is really bad for CLG. I think the only way that they can win this is if they've got to make some type of fantastic outplay, or Albus Nox Luna has to throw the game, like at Baron or something. Which, I mean, Albus Nox likes to go for those sneaky Baron plays. So if CLG can bait them into going for something like that, maybe they can come back into the game. Yeah, CLG really needed to accelerate Stixxay. I mean, it's kind of a protect the AD carry comp right now, and they didn't. They didn't do anything. They didn't do any plays on the bot side of the map. They never made a dragon play. They never made a teleport play towards the bot side of the map until there was that one play that Darshan teleported down for, but that was after Afro was already dead. Or sorry, Stixxay was already dead. So I mean, there was no point to even doing that play. Good dodge. Darshan is losing that battle, it looks like. Flash forward, get the 6A. Good flash. So the only way that CLG can come back into this is, it's got to be, they have to get some type of a pick that they can translate into either towers or a Baron. But if Albus Nox, if they continue to play this calm and collected and slow, they're not gonna lose. Yeah, and Stixay's flashes have been off the whole game. He flashed and still got hit by the bind, and then he flashed there and still got hit by the Graves ult. So, yeah. A lot of mistakes from CLG. Draft phase was a mistake. Made a couple mistakes as far as using their summer spells. And now they're going to lose probably 2 towers. What was that flash by McSmithy? No, I mean, there's nothing you can do. They've got the smite. Yeah, this is really bad. This game is essentially over. This is a question of how long it's going to take. And if Albus Nox wins this game, then CLG, their chance is very slim. In order for them to have a shot to get second place, they'd have to have a better record than Albus Nox, which would mean that they'd have to beat both G2 and Rox Tigers, and Albus Nox would have to lose to both G2 and Rox Tigers in order for CLG to have a better record. So that would be a very, very difficult situation because Albus Nox, if they win both their games against CLG, there is no tiebreaker. So we'll see what CLG can do. Yeah, I mean, the Graves just took a full culling to the face and it barely hurt him because 6A is so far behind. That's smart. Very good job by Albus Nox to get the bot tower and then rotate to mid while they're also pushing top, so they might be able to get both of these towers. They're able to get a pick. This actually, I don't know if this is a game, but they're going to at least lose 1 inhib, possibly 2. They haven't even gotten a kill yet, and they're losing their base. What the heck is going on? Like, this is not the CLG that played, last week. You don't give up an inhibitor for a kill. And now they're down 3 dragons as well. So now all Albus Nox has to do is wait. The top lane will continue to push. And then the CLG will have to send somebody to clear top. And then they get this bottom inhib. Like, I feel like they're actually rushing this a little bit too much. But they've got such a huge advantage that it seems like they can just brute force their way in. Wow. All right. So Albus Nox beats CLG twice, which means they're in a commanding spot to get second place and make it out of group stage. Which I don't know if a wildcard team has ever made it out of group stage. This might be the first time. So it's just a question of, if Albus Nox wins either of their next 2 games, then that means they automatically get into they automatically make it into group stage. They just have to win 1 out of their next 2, and if they beat Rox Tigers, then they could possibly get first place. But I mean, that's We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think the next video we're going to do is one of Albus Nox's videos to see how far they can go. Um, and yeah, and I'll look into whether or not CLG's got a shot at coming back. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content on the channel, please subscribe. And if you want me to review your own videos, let me know. Leave a comment. I'll be happy to do it. Once again, this is Randomonium signing off.